Government isn't the solution to our problems. Government is the problem. Don't be afraid to see what you see. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Freedom prospers when religion is vibrant and the rule of law under God is acknowledged. Government does not solve problems. It subsidizes them. Government is like a baby, an alimentary canal with a big appetite at one end and no sense of responsibility at the other. I am from Washington, D.C., and I am here to help. I want you to know that also. I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience. I won't hold my opponent's youth and inexperience against him. If not us, who? If not now, when? If we ever forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. Man is not free unless government is limited. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. My fellow Americans, I've just signed legislation outlawing Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes. Protecting the rights of even the least individual among us is basically the only excuse the government has for even existing. Status quo, is Latin for the mess we're in. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. There are no constraints on the human mind, no walls around the human spirit, no barriers to our progress except those we ourselves erect. There is no limit to what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit. Trust but verify. We are never defeated unless we give up on God. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone you can disagree without being disagreeable. Government's view of the economy could be summed up in a few short phrases. If it moves, tax it. If it keeps moving, regulate it. And if it stops moving, subsidize it. Recession is when a neighbor loses his job. Depression is when you lose yours. Some people wonder all their lives if they've made a difference. The Marines don't have that problem. This is just like acting. Above all, we must realize that no arsenals or no weapon in the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. America needs to realize once and for all that we cannot tax our way to prosperity. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Or one day, we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States, where men were free. Go ahead. Make my day. Governments tend not to solve problems, only to rearrange. I know in my heart that man is good, that what is right will always eventually triumph, and there's purpose and worth to each and every life. I used to say that politics is the second oldest profession, but I have come to realize that it bears a gross similarity to the first. Information is the oxygen of the modern age. It seeps through the walls, topped by barbed wire. It wafts across the electrified borders. Recession is when a neighbor loses his job. Depression is when you lose yours. The best minds are not in government. If they were, business would steal them away.